400 here, 2v2, Calderis Refinery, blue team. Couple of force commanders. First up is Der Ari, and we also have blue. These guys are melee heroes that can tank, disrupt, and support with buffs. Can kill you pretty good too. Red team, I want to die for the Emperor, is a Lord General. Fights range combat begins with a retinue of stormtroopers to help him out. Good defense and support capabilities. This is the Death Core of Krieg DLC. And rounding off the teams here, Iustus Lannister is a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption, and support from the front lines. We have some piratey, freebooters, Orks. Can the red team stop 2 force commanders? That is the thing. Both of these guys get teleporter pack and hammer. You know, good luck with that. We might need a quick tier 3 and Lehman Russ from the Lord General over here. He's grabbing his natural VP, as is the force commander of blue. Double shooters for Lannister. Can he get a good stomp in the first engagement? That's always the thing that you want with a Warboss. Much like the Chaos Sword, can he get a good kill of the week? He's going to want to go and tie up the Marines, I think, and the double shooters can whittle down the scouts, and then the sluggers can help out against the Marines. Maybe just pretty much avoid the force commander, I think, early on if you can, because he's going to do this and then battle cry, and your sluggers are in big trouble. A little bit hasty there with these sluggers. They're going to be forced off pretty quickly. Did tie up the Marines. Double shooters should be shooting the scouts, I think, but they weren't around. They're doing some good damage to the force commander. Sluggers are still in there too. Battle cry still going off. Sluggers should barely get away, I think. Taking some shots on retreat, but still have 3 models somehow at 27 hit points. His shooters took some damage too. It's a 2v1 pretty much. The Der Ari coming over. Warboss still in play. Where's the Lord General? He's coming over to help. He is. He's capped up the west side pretty well. Here's that Warboss. 42.5 melee DPS by default on this fella. Slightly more than the force commanders, which are 39 point something something. Warboss did well. Held them up, waiting for his Imperial Guard ally. But can triple guardsmen do much here? They can run around and try and frustrate this force commander. Take shots when they can. But he's doing the right thing with his tactical marines and forcing melee combat on those guards when those guys don't want to be in melee with pretty much anything. Just can't get this guy off the field, this force commander. Peeling off models with his chainsword hits. Lord General does eventually get him away from there, but here comes blue back. Marines are pretty low on hit points. Done really well, I think, Emperor. Held them up for a while. Oh, good grief. Just as I said he was doing well, he loses some guardsmen. But he does have a heavy weapon squad on the field now. And we see looters on the way for Lannister. 487 to 500 early with a 1-to-1 cap. No one could get the mid. But blue team, I think, had the better of the early engagements. Perhaps expected with double force commanders around. Can do so much for you in those first fights. That special is pretty devastating to these shooter boys. Needs to keep them moving. Does get them out of there. Here comes that Warboss. Gonna go fight some Marines now. He's got barely any XP, so I think he wants some kills. There's some pretty quick assault Marines, I think. This is like 3.5 minutes in, it feels like. And we have double assault Marines on the field. So they might need to get more setup teams. Or at least a way to heavily punish them. Get some burners up for your sluggers. What does the Warboss get? Does he get his boss pole? Force Commanders level 2. Artificer for blue. And Artificer for Der Ari. We might just see the double teleporter Artificer hammer build in tier 2 here. Assault Marines in amongst things. Blue team keeping the pressure up pretty damn well here, with the force commanders leading the line and doing so much, drawing so much fire, disrupting so many things, peeling off models too. Has a pretty decent bolt pistol these days, of course, that force commander. Lord General might drop some models. There we go. He can reinforce his retinue in the field though. Haven't seen him use to tie things up, which we often see from the Lord General, to tie up Marines early fights. More looters for Lannister, but these guys might go down. No, they are okay. What am I looking at? Oh, sluggers here in retreat. These guys going to turn around and hit him. Might be able to get him. 1 hit on each. Nope. They are being forgotten, I think. Going into base here. Disrupting that Warboss because he was moving. And he's still moving. Has he not realised that they're here? There we go. can get out. That was his stomp. Might be able to get a model here. Jumping away though is Der Ari. I think he was just waiting there to get the energy for the jump, but drops a model as he does so. Flamer Marines. Good damage to regular infantry in clumps. Can also combat garrisons and units in cover very well and burn down generator sphere. Force commander over here went down, and this is Der Ari. Some more guardsmen. Did he? Yep, he did replace the guardsmen he lost. It's tier 2 all round. You want to get a Death Dread out, I think, Lannister. Try and make that force commander think twice about getting a hammer. Der Ari has gone tier 2. Death Dread and a Weird Boy would be good. That is going to be a Marine squad, I guess, dropped by one of these guys. I think Blue, looking at his red, yep. Marines will pop out and start tying things up, maybe. Looter's going to set up right in their face, though. Oh, but they don't shoot at them. They don't even suppress anything. And now they're getting tied up. That was pretty unfortunate. We need to specify that target specifically, and Sluggers in all sorts of trouble. Shotgun scouts disrupting them. Force commanders in there again, doing so much work. 487, 462. VP's pretty even. And he's got a lot of las guns shooting, has Emperor. Where's his heavy bolter? Needs to move it up. Looter's still in play here. There we go. Marines should take some damage here. Oh, but Assault Marines moving in and disrupting the heavy weapon squad. Chimera on the way for Emperor. Could get a beacon up in the middle, of course, with the Chimera with its mobile base upgrade. 487 to 443 on VPs, 2-to-1 cap for Blue. They've done really well early on. Space Marines can often struggle early fights, but with those Force Commanders swinging and being used very well so far. Thunderhammer is queued up for Blue. Assault Marines continue to cause all sorts of problems, drawing so much fire and keeping Red Team away from mid here. Eventually persuaded to leave. We're going to get plasma guns on all of the guardsmen if he can, I think. We have it on 2 of them. Gives them 3 plasma guns at, I believe, 8 DPS each, which will you get a nice 24 DPS of plasma from the squad, which is not bad, combined with the rest of the las guns all firing. 487 to 419. 2-to-1 cap here. Steal for Blue. Red Team just can't get a foothold in the middle. Maybe he should try and spread the play out to the east side here, Lannister, but he has got a Death Dread up. No burners and bits at this early point. A melee walker with 70 DPS or so heavy melee. A very nice special attack. Assault Marines again getting into the back lines. Warboss needs to do more to punish these guys, I think. He's got his spiky armor. Needs to get one of his melee weapons up to really threaten those guys. Most likely he'll go for the Power Claw. But Bang Bang Hammer will do some work for you too. Here's that Thunderhammer Force Commander, and he has the teleporter. Big chunks of power melee, 62.5 DPS. Death Dread doesn't have its burners and bits. Should be looking for the Weird Boy now, I think, to help stun and take that Force Commander out of the fight. Looter's doing some good damage at close range, but the Force Commander can teleport on them. Warboss needs to run away. There we go. Do you have any missile launchers on the way, fellas? Nope. Force Commander, massive pain in the ass. Takes out a Looter model, which stood there, frozen in fear. Can he kill this Force Commander here? They did kill their Ari earlier. I think they're going to get him. They do get him. I believe he was waiting for his teleporter to cool down, maybe to teleport away, but it didn't quite work out for him. And we have another from Der Ari. Thunderhammer, Artificer, and Teleporter Pack. Where's that Chimera at? There it is. Allows you to reinforce and transport allied infantry. Unique among transports in that the units inside can shoot out of it with these little laser turrets on the sides. Dreadnoughts on the way for Der Ari. Oh, Scout's getting whittled down pretty quickly there. Plasma Cannon might get a big shot though. Oh, almost wiping out those shooter boys. Holy crap. That was a melter bomb. Death Dread's done well. Giving him something to think about, that's for sure. Hasn't got the burners and bits though. Must want something else specifically. 487, 298, still a 2-to-1 for Blue. Red Team haven't got the middle yet, but Lord General should be able to do so. Now they're going for a power bash. Sluggers with burners in a risky position to power bash from though. But they should get at least 2 gens. There we go. Need to back off, I think. He spotted a dreadnought. I think it's time to back off. Looters could get their beamy. And these guys could get a las cannon. They're inside the Chimera right now. It's going to be tough to revive that force commander all the way out there. He's gone tier 3, has blue. Oh, look at this. One of the rarest things you'll see. A multi-melter dreadnought. Good damage to all targets from close range. Look at that, just exploding things. Really cool weapon. But it's often used, this guy, to combat melee squads, give you some melee superiority, which is why you don't see the multi-melter that often. It's a nice option to have though. Take some las cannon hits here. You have a power claw warboss, but again, relatively ineffective going in alone. He's still level 1, that fella. Level 2 Lord General with sniper rifle. Fight on my target. Level 2 force commanders and level 3 force commander. Red team have mid. It's up to blue team to attack. They can jump in, of course, with the assault marines and teleport in and do their hammer things. But I'm not sure I agree with this multi-melter purchase. We'll see how it does. Obviously, he wants to go after the Chimera with it, I think, and of course this Death Dread. Getting some repairs. No help from the guardsmen repairing it though. Come on, fellas. There we go. 394, 297 guardsmen repairing faster than normal repair units, I think. Not quite as fast as repairing heroes though. Plasma cannon is just searching for targets. It can't actually see anything. He's just focus firing where he thinks things might be. They're all up. Are they out of range of it? They are, so you can't actually hit anything if you wanted to. 359 to 297, double cap for red. Blue team getting a natural back, and they are decapping red team's natural too with some sneaky scouts on this west side. Oh, good shot on the Chimera. For some reason, that counted as a rear armor hit, it looked like. These scouts are in trouble. Blue's forgotten about them, and they go down. And they should put more pressure on that VP now. Warboss in amongst things. Now he's angry. And goes onto those assault marines. Takes out a model. Needs to run away though. Did well there. I would have got maybe the trophy rack. But he wants that angry bits to help him get into fights. Death Dread needs to engage the force commander here, who has been repurchased. Chimera should be okay. Wow, Thunderhammer on rear armor doing some work. This guy decapping. Blue team pushing up pretty well. There's a melter bomb. Death Dread should be okay. No missile launchers or anything we've seen. These guys still have flamers. Force commander is persuaded to leave, but doesn't go down. Beamy looters nice and infiltrate here. Sluggers with Knob Leader and Burners will be a threat to those assault marines, but the force commander's there to help them out, and they are being beaten down. There's Ard boys, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Need to run away. That was use your choppers too, so he kind of wasted those 2 globals. What is this? Is that Leman Russ? It is a Leman Russ from EMPRAH. Gets one out relatively quickly here. Force commanders won't like that with their hammers. Chimera's been healed up nicely. EMPRAH's been quietly doing quite well, I think. He needs to get his VP back though. VPs are relatively close. Tier 3 for Lannister. Does he get knobs with the Force Commander Thunderhammers around? I think it's still worth. Although Flash gets pretty nice too. So's the tank. Got a lot of options, isn't he? Plasma cannon continues to be a massive pain in the ass. Need to come and shoot it away, but they can't see what's here. We do have a missile launcher now from these marines. Warboss back in play is level 2. 12, 16 hit points. Red team are finally going to take their natural back here. Took a while. Lord General's coming over. Warboss trying to get a decap, but these guys will now push up and get that plasma cannon out of there. Blue needs to realise it does get away. Marines don't really want to get in a firefight with triple plasma guardsmen. All fully upgraded, I think, with Commissar and Sergeant. Yes, they are. So they are putting out a fair amount of damage to infantry here. Blue team getting a natural back. There's the double. Lord General, not sure why it's taking him so long to start capping. If something went over there to harass him, or if he just misclicked. Leman Russ has been really good, but it's going to eat a melter here, I think. Maybe on rear armor too. There it is. No, it's a grenade. Where's the melter? Who threw that grenade? Oh, that was his. That was the. What's it called? Blind grenade. Why would you throw that? Does it debuff vehicles as well? Maybe that was just a misuse of the ability. 304-231. Assault Terminator's hitting the field for blue. Bad news for this Death Dread. Does have banners and bits, but doesn't want to fight those guys. Oh, some friendly fire from the plasma cannon. Sluggers need to back away. What are they doing? I guess they want to kill some Marines. That's what they're doing, but they're going to hit. They're going to get hit by Assault Terminators on retreat path. Instead of shimmering storm shields over there. Run away, fellas. Nope, there's Swamp them. They're staying in this fight, and they got a model. Here comes a bunch more stuff. Got another model. But I think he stayed in that fight too long. Some unnecessary losses, and they might be taken out by Assault Terminators on retreat. Only the Knob Leader lives. But he does not get the hits on here. They shouldn't have got away. Look at this Warboss on capping duty being really annoying. Doing some damage to these Assault Marines as they try and hit him because of spiky armor. There's his stomp. Going to use it to try and escape. Will it be enough? It will be enough. Nicely done by Iustus Lannister. Baneblade on the way for Emperor. Looted tank for Iustus. Blue team have kind of slowed down here. Not sure what Der Ari is waiting for. He's got tons of resources. Does he want the Land Raider? Has enough for a Land Raider now, I believe. 242 to 223. Very even on VPs. Looks like they're dealing with the full squad a little bit better here. Just the sheer weight of fire is doing relatively good. Oh, there's that mobile base beacon. They can now retreat back to that thing and reinforce. Lannister will need to activate it as the retreat point now. Force commander runs away. Here comes some Assault Terminators. Have good resistances to this piercing damage, but there's a lot of it. Having to teleport out, in fact. Marines will get the VP though. So an effective push by the blue team. What is this? Lord General hanging out. I think he wants to be ready to contest that VP if something tries to get it. And we're going to see some scouts try and get it. From Der Ari. He does have a Land Raider on the way, but not a whole lot else. Just Assault Squad Marines, which are level 3, and no scouts. But the Land Raider is a game changer. Terminator supported by a Land Raider can be very, very difficult to deal with. Lord General asking politely for these enemies to stop decapping his VP. I don't think they're going to listen to you, fella. Yep. Level 2 Warboss. Still a threat with that Power Claw, of course. He's found some Marines to fight. Oh, he's gone for the plasma cannon there. Don't try and get that cap, it's not worth it. Looted tank needs to start moving too, because he could get hit by Melter and then Assault Terminators. He needs to start moving. These guys still have a flamer. There's that Melter bomb. There's a lot of stuff here to start shooting. There we go. Assault Terminators will now start taking some damage from these plasma guns. Leman Russ and looted tank. Look at that. Need to teleport away, I think. Yeah, they do. Warboss continues to be annoying, but does go down on that east side. What's going on mid? Lord General's trying to cap here. And I think he's going to get a decap at least. Yes. Very close. Land Raider Redeemer hitting the field, coming towards the middle. Will allow blue team to reinforce around it and retreat back to it. And has some pretty powerful weapons as well. We have Executioner, Leman Russ. Threat to those Assault Terminators, but it does need to get relatively close to shoot that thing. Maybe closer than it would like. Lord General's going to get a revive here. This is pretty big. Doesn't need to spend resources to get his Warboss back on the field. He needs a decap though. Looted tank causes some pathing issues. Warboss, I don't think he realises he's back on his feet, because he's looking at his Death Dread. There's the Baneblade. That can shoot down a Land Raider Redeemer, that's for sure. We do have some regular ranged Terminators for Der Ari. I say ranged, they still have power fists. It's on a knife edge here. Warboss kicking some ass with his power claw. Just got up. Assault Marines in trouble. Big trouble. They used their jump. That was a big misplay. Got a special attack, but it doesn't save them. Sluggers getting the kill. That was a good kill. There's that Land Raider. You saw those Terminators inspiring on kill there. Getting a Cyclone Missile Launcher will be a good tool to use against the Bane Blade. Scouts continue to being a massive nuisance on this side. Might want to put a multi-laser turret up or something over here. Or keep some Catechins. I think that's worth. No, he doesn't have any population. Doesn't even have the population to put a turret up, I don't think. So just going to keep the Lord General here. I'm going to keep something else there. Maybe some shooter boys can go over. But I think Lannister wants everything he can get to put pressure on this VP. And he continues to do so. Warboss doing really well. Coming into his own late game. Force Commanders starting to fade a little bit in their effectiveness. But we'll see. They could push and do massive amounts of damage at any point. Baneblade bristling with guns. That mega battle cannon on top. 2 las cannons and a bunch of heavy bolters, which I think do suppress those heavy bolters if you're hit by them long enough. 2, 3, 4, 1, 0, 1. Assault Terminator is getting in on the looted tank. Does move away though. And those Terminators taking a lot of damage. Forced off again. Uh-oh. There's that Thunderhammer. Double looted tanks though. Ouch. Oh, the Sluggers live. I thought he took out the Sluggers there. These shooter boys caught in a really bad place. Need to run the hell away. There we go. It's a las cannon getting shots on the Leman Russ, and as a Cyclone Missile Launcher does tons of damage. Down goes the Leman Russ there. What does Emperor do now? He suddenly has a bunch of pop. Lord General capping mid. I think he drops another one soon. Probably what he does, unless he wants to wait for a nuke. Force Commander here getting in a fight with a Bane Blade, which is not a good idea with a Thunderhammer fella. Does he transition into... No, he's not. I thought he was maybe getting the fist up. Goes down. Sloppy loss there from Blue. But he's obviously got his attention elsewhere. Looted tanks need to be careful. There's a las cannon in there somewhere. But then look at that. Wow. Double looted tanks doing some work to those Marines with their boom shots. And there's a Rocks. Blue team with a decent VP lead. But red team doing well in these fights here. Down goes one of the looted tanks, I think. No, they're both still up. And again, dealing relatively well with these assault terminators here. They're backing off, they're getting shots on, they're focus firing in them at the right times. Land Raider lives though, right? Yeah, needs a hell of a lot of repairs though. And with a single scout squad, which is on the other player's roster, that's going to take a while. They did cap that VP again though. Red team need to be very careful. They need more stuff on that west side to stop those guys capping, I think. Here comes the Lord General again. He's got a full retinue. Awesome. The Vox Operator, the Commissar, and the Medical Sergeant. You need to cap, fella. What are you doing? What's he up to? I think he's misclicked. I think he's misclicked here. Warboss trying to get the cap. He's getting his heavy armor out. Means business now. Is this Death Dread still around? It is. Awesome. Level 2. Looks like he's sending something else to get that VP back. Warboss finishes the cap, uses Angry Bits to get some health regen, and then backs off. There's that heavy armor, takes him up to 1914 hit points. 900 hit points that thing gives you. Sluggers on capping duty over here. Level 3. They might hang around and fight the scouts, which will inevitably come back. Are they repairing? Oh, they are repairing. And he did get some more scouts out Blue to help repair. Oh, these scouts do belong to Dare Ari, that's right. Down goes a Death Dread, 181, 87. Red team pushing through here. Double tanks, a whole bunch of guardsmen, buffs going off from the Lord General left and right. He's got his flak jacket. Immune to knockback and some nice resistance. Are they going after the Land Raider? I think they are. 163 to 87. They have the double cap here. Blue team kind of running out of steam. Scouts got disintegrated. Those were Blues. Lord General goes down though. Oh, bugged out here. He has retinue members still around, and that is an orbital, and that's going to be a nasty orbital. That could take out these tanks. They need to move quick. Barely got away. Barely got away. Wow, that was clutch. They need some serious repairs. A bit of a misplacement there by whoever that was. I think it was Blue. He should have put those beams further back. You do have quite a big range for that. Obviously, those tanks were going to try and move away. He would have got... I think he would have got both of them if he moved one back there. And now repairs coming in from the guardsmen, and they will repair nice and quick. Assault Terminator is trying to cap. The double cap is still in effect. And it's going to be a triple because the Warboss is in there. Oh, but they got a decap over here. There's that Demolisher Cannon. Look at the damage those Terminators took. Have preserved their stuff really well, Red Team. Oh, can they chase down these Terminators? They might be able to. It's going to be risky though. Warboss capping and then mixing it up with the las cannon. Going to get a model at least. There we go. Levels up to 4. Can tie up these Terminators too, but the las cannon goes... No, doesn't go down. One model still around. Warboss is off the field. Las cannon doesn't retreat. Stays in play and lives. Red Team needs to cap the mid up. Getting a natural back again too. Some dead scouts over here. Oh, was it Marines in fact? That was Assault Marines, I believe. From Der Ari. Sluggers took care of him and cap here. They're level 3. I think it was. 59 to 80 on the VPs. It's pretty damn close. Baneblade has been really good. Just basically hasn't moved from this position. They've really had no answer to it. Red Team did the right thing. Went kind of vehicle heavy against double Thunderhammer Force Commanders, and it's paid off really well. I just don't think they've got enough AV out. They've got double missile launcher Marines. They've got Cyclone missile launcher. They've got the assault Terminators, but it hasn't been enough. A las cannon each as well. That repair support that the Red Team have is pretty epic. That is a bunker up there too. Not sure what kind of bunker it is. Down goes the looted tank. And a pretty devastating frag assault, but the Land Raider got way too close to a Baneblade and goes down. Desperation from Blue Team here. Double cap, whittling down the VPs. Land Raider eventually explodes. Went on a little joyride. Getting a decap over here, our Marines, but Warboss is not happy about that at all. Now tying up some Terminators. Up over 2,000 hit points this fella. Single cap for red. Is it enough? Is it enough? Because something's capping here, right? It's Terminators, but they're not going to be able to cap quickly enough. There it is. Red Team taking it. We're very strong late tier 2 onwards, I think. Despite being up against double Terminators, scary Force Commanders, and a Land Red Redeemer. They held their ground very, very well. Baneblade coming out at just the right time to provide some devastating fire support. And those double looted tanks worked wonders for Lannister. And there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.